Good morning. So my name's Katie, if anyone has yet to meet me, and welcome to yoga. It's going to be a 45-minute flow. You can orient your mat facing towards the screen if that is comfortable for you. Anything that you may like for your practice, books instead of blocks. If you don't have blocks accessible, you do have blocks accessible, feel free to grab those blocks. Blankets, pillows, straps. Nothing is necessary for this practice. These are just things that if you would like to add to them, you can. So once you find anything that you might need, come down to your mat. We're going to start in a nice seated position. So you could be sitting upon your heels like I am. You could be sitting upon your tail with your legs crossed, legs extended, wherever it is that you find comfort. So a seated position is comfortable in different ways for different people. So you find what works best for you. That's the biggest thing with yoga is it's your practice, it's your body. You have to listen to it and honor it. And you'll hear me say that many times throughout this. So take that flesh away from your sits bones so that you ground down, feeling yourself root to the earth below. Feel the shoulders drop down. Feel your vertebrae stacking one upon the other, forming one nice straight line from root to crown. Lengthen through your crown. And as I say lengthen, try not to arch your back here, thinking that we get taller. Just stay in that straight line and begin to close your eyes gently. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Just start to find yourself in the space. Start to do a body scan. Take a look within. Notice any spaces that you may be holding on to tension. Any places that you'd like to release from. Acknowledge those areas and give them permission to release throughout the class. Notice how I didn't say just let go. Because a lot of times when we say let go, we tend to hold on a little bit tighter. So just give yourself that permission to let go and feel the grasp on it soften ever so slightly. Coming up to the mind, notice any chatter happening up here. Any to-do list being made, any worries about the class ahead, any thoughts about the weekend that just passed. Anything that you may be thinking about up here, grab your imaginary broom and sweep the space in your mind side to side, clearing it all out. Continue to sweep side to side until you're left in a blank space, just you and your mat are left. You and your practice. Begin to bring more awareness to the breath, starting your three-part belly breath, your Dirga breath. Inhale through the nose and fill deeply into the belly. Flow up through the ribs and land on the chest. On the exhale, release from the chest, then the ribs, finally the belly. Deep, full breaths. Like you're filling up a vase with water and pouring it back out. Keep the jaw soft. Stay soft through your third eye. And begin to feel your inhales getting a little more deep each time. Just like we warm up into stretches or warming up into our breath, allowing our breath to lengthen and deepen with it. you could layer on your Ujjayi breath if that's something that you like to practice. Or you could just stay here in your Jiva breath. But the more you focus upon your breath, the clearer your mind will become. Allowing yourself to stay present. Allowing yourself to stay peaceful. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, sit up a little bit taller. Drop those shoulders down. On the exhale, release your chin towards your chest. So the head's going to fall forward. The back stays straight. Notice any stress and tension that is happening here in the upper back, the back of the neck. And you could stay here with your head just falling forward, or if you want to add some half neck circles, rolling one ear to one shoulder. Chin will come through chest, other ear to other shoulder. Just rolling side to side at your own pace. If you notice any tight areas that need some extra love, you can always pause. Just a couple more rounds from side to side. One more to the right and to the left, and then we'll pause with our chin at center. Slowly begin to pick your head up and let your head fall back just as much as it can. So your gaze turns slightly up, your third eye is shining. And don't force your head back. So some may feel some compression on the back of their neck. I know I do. So I'm keeping this light, I'm keeping this soft. Breathing into it. Slowly pick your head up and turn your gaze over the left shoulder. Keeping that left shoulder down. Inhale through center. Exhale over the right. Right shoulder stays down. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, pause. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Connecting at the palms, lower your hands down to the heart. Take a moment here to set an intention for yourself. Set an intention for the practice ahead. Maybe you set a dedication, sharing your energy with someone or something. Whatever it may be, breathe into it. Set it in place within your heart. Slowly start to rock yourself forward, coming to a tabletop position. Shoulders will stack upon those wrists, hips upon the knees, neutral spine to begin. Inhale, let that belly fall, heart and tail are going to lift. So I'll turn to the side for now, then I'm going to turn back towards you soon. So this is our cow, shoulders are down, tail and heart lift. Try not to hyperextend here through the neck. On the exhale, start to round the spine, tuck the hips under, turn the gaze. Inhale, belly falls. Heart and tail lift. And start to close your eyes. Exhale, round your spine, tuck the hips, turn the gaze. So continue to flow through your cow and your cat. Eyes are closed, connecting to that physical self. And if your body is calling for more, not the mind, if the body is calling for more, let that body move. Couple more rounds here. On your next inhale, find your way back to table. Extend your left leg back. Curl the toes under and press into your heel. Give yourself a little bit of a calf stretch. Slowly rock yourself forward. Kick the left leg up to hip height. So we're not arching just to lift. We want to stay in one straight line. So here I'm going to turn towards you. My leg is behind. Inhale. Exhale, sweep that left leg out towards the left shoulder and flex. Sweep it back. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale back. One more, holding it out. And drop that foot down. Toes face forward. Walk yourself back and pick your chest up. So you could play with that foot here. It could stay facing forward. If there's another place that you want, it's your practice. Let that body flow. So inhale up. Tuck that tailbone under, so no arching up the back. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm reaches over as that left hand slides down that leg. And we're not pressing into that leg. It's gently placed. If you were to turn your gaze up, not saying you have to, you could see under that arm. Again, we're not arching our back here. Keep those hips tucked under. Getting that nice side body stretch from the knee through the hip, side body, all the way up those fingertips. Inhale, sweep that right arm all the way up and over. We're going to plant it down under that right shoulder. Left arm sweeps out. So now we're stretching from the left toes through the left fingertips. Maybe you turn your gaze slightly up, giving yourself a slight back bend. But don't sink into that shoulder. Find space. Releasing that back bend, bring the left fingers up to the sky. You could stay here, or you could start to shift the weight and lift the left toes up, engaging that side body. Slowly drop those left toes down. Bring the left hand down to meet the right. And now crisscross until you're back at center. Both palms are down, but that left leg stays out. Place your left hand under your face and twist open so the right finger is going to lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant the right hand down and lift the left fingers up. Lowering that left hand down. Sweep the left toes straight back behind you to hip height. I'm going to turn back profile. Draw that left knee into chest. Round that spine and plant the left foot down under that knee. So left knee stacks right upon that ankle. Feel free to scooch it out slightly. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, lifting up. So shoulders are down, hips are square. We're not letting that belly fall here. We're staying nice and strong. If you want to go a little bit deeper into that hip flexor, you can just scooch that left leg forward. We're not just sinking in to use our ligaments to hold us. We want to continue to keep those muscles contracted. Inhale. Exhale, take your hands down, frame your front foot, and send the hips back so that your left leg can straighten, toes lift up. Just as much as you can. So if you have those blocks or the books, feel free to use them here. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Now we're going to add breath to movement. So when you inhale, bend that knee, lift the arms. Exhale, hands come down, hips go back. You can fold if you'd like, or you could stay up, feeling that nice stretch. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. relax. This is your last one. Hold for 3 breaths. Bend that front knee, plant your hands, send the left toes straight back behind. Curl your toes under, take a down dog. So start to pedal out your legs here. Little shoulders are down away from the ears. Notice the difference from left to right. Drop your knees down, find yourself into your table. So shoulders stack upon those wrists, hips upon the knees. And send the right toes back, curl the toes under, press into that heel. Getting a calf stretch here. Shift your weight forward and lift the right toes up to hip height. Inhale here. Keep your core strong. Exhale, sweep it out to the side, flex your foot. Inhale back. Exhale out. Inhale back. Exhale out, flex that foot and lower it down. Walking your hands back, lift that chest up. So once again, feel free to play with that right foot, however it is that you'd like. Inhale, sweep the hands up, tucking your tailbone under. Exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches. So we're not closing our heart here, we're keeping it nice and open, breathing into that side body, even if you have to lift up a little bit higher. Honor yourself. Release the ego. Just be here in your space, in your practice. Try not to let that belly fall forward. Right shoulders down away from the ear. Inhale, sweep all the way. We're going to plant that left hand down under your left shoulder. Right arm reaches out over here. So your left heel stays down. Mine was just peeling up. Feeling that huge side body stretching. We're not sinking into that left shoulder. There's still space. You could take that slight back bend here if it's in your practice. It is not for me. Not today. Coming back to bringing the shoulder upon the wrist, lifting those right toes up if that's in your practice, and the right fingers up to the sky. You'll feel the obliques engage. You may feel your abductor lifting up and engaging. Inhale. Exhale, dropping that foot down, lower the left hand to meet the right hand to meet the left, I apologize, and crisscross in front. Plant your left hand down under your face, peel our right fingers up, so we're twisting into that leg. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down and lift the left fingers up. Inhale. Exhale, lowering that left hand down. So I'm going to turn again. Send the right toes straight back behind you. Draw that knee in, round your spine, look in between your hands, and plant the right foot down. Right knee stacks upon that right ankle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. So once again, our muscles stay slightly engaged. We're stretching into them. So don't just release down as far as you can. We want to stay engaged. Core is tight, hips are square. Inhale here. Exhale, float those hands down. Send the hips back just as much as you can. Left hip is pulling back, right hip is drawing forward. So if you notice I have a bent to my knee on this side, and that's okay. You may want to send your hips back further if that feels nice. Whatever works best for you. So working with that breath, inhale forward, lift the arms. Exhale, hands come down, hips go back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale, holding it back. So left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Feel free to round or stay long through your crown. Inhale, come forward, bend that knee. Plant your hands and send your right foot all the way back. Drop the knee, curl your toes, lift the hips, down dog. Notice if your legs feel a little bit more warmed up here. Again, pedal out those feet. Now slowly rock yourself forward, find yourself in a high plank. You may need to adjust yourself. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, drop the knees, release to the tops of your feet, crease of your elbows, face forward. Hug the elbows by your side as you lower all the way down. So you may need to adjust yourself on your mat. Now take your elbows and place them under your shoulders. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. So we're going to come in what's called a Sphinx pose. So you have this beautiful 90-degree with your elbow and your shoulder. Fingers are spread wide. Don't lose integrity in the legs. So point through the toes. You're going to engage the feet, engage the lower body. As you press into those palms, rise that chest. Feel the stretch in your front body. Continue to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down. So you can stay here in your Sphinx, or you can take your hands by the upper ribs. Elbow squeeze in, shoulders down. On your inhale, press into the palms. Lift and lengthen either into the Sphinx or into your into your cobra. So lifting the chest, slight bend to those elbows, shoulders are down. Once again, your legs are still working here. Don't just let them flop. Slowly lower down. Press yourself up through a table and back to a child's pose for a counter stretch. So keep those knees together. Great toes come together as well. Forehead towards the floor, rounding your spine. Now in this time in your child's pose, notice if there's any chatter returning. Find yourself to your breath. Breathing that chatter away. Soften through the jaw, soften through the third eye. Then inhale into your table. Curl the toes, down dog. Inhale the left toes to the sky. You could open up if you'd like. Rock forward, knee in towards your chest, look in between the hands, plant that left foot. Drop the right heel, toes are going to turn in. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, pinwheel that right arm all the way around, left arm is out front. So we're in our warrior 2. So as we come into our warrior 2, we're not sinking forward, we're sinking down. Slowly but surely. Don't let that belly fall. Keep those hips tucked. Arms are long, roll those shoulders down. Keep in mind that as we get tired, our knee wants to fall in. Keep your knee open towards your pinky toe. Flip that left palm. Left fingers lift, right fingers drop back gently on the back leg. Right, wrap around the back of your waist, reaching for your front pocket. Inhale, float back to your warrior two. Bend your left elbow, hinge forward, left elbow to left thigh. Right fingers are up to the sky. Left hand is active like you're serving someone a plate of food. And feel free to take any other variation of your side angle that's calling you. So maybe an extension, maybe a half bind, maybe a bind. Continue to inhale and exhale with awareness. One more inhale here. Exhale, press into your heels. Use your core. Pick yourself all the way back up. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Pinwheel your hands up and around, popping up onto your back toes. Bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. Heel toe your left foot out to the side. Pause here with your knee up. Feeling that nice stretch. Dropping the right knee down, releasing to the top of your right foot. Inhale here, straight arms. On the exhale, keep your gaze slightly out in front edge. You get a slight bend to those elbows, just slight. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, slight bend. Inhale, straighten. And on the exhale, find your version of lizard. So as you lower, you want to keep those hips square so we're not dropping to one side to get lower. You could use blocks or pillows, bringing one forearm down, both forearms down. You can stay up like me. I will not lower down on this side. And check your back toes, and check your knee. So as you tend to lower, a lot of times we want to get low, thinking that it's cool or that our hips need it, but keep in mind that you want to keep your hips square, you want to keep your knees square and your toes pointed back behind. So bringing all that awareness to body alignment. Notice how your body feels. Maybe you need to pull out slightly. Maybe you can go in a little bit deeper. Planting your hands and lifting the chest if you're not already. Curl your back toes, lift the back knee. Sending the left foot up to the knee for right. Take your foot to the outside of your mat so it's a little bit wider and find a fold here. You could have a bend to your knee or you can keep them relatively straight. Slow stretch and rise all the way up. Roll those shoulders down, heel toe your feet in under your hips. Close your eyes for a moment. Just be here. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop the knees, release into the tops of your feet. Hug the elbows as you lower. So you can come to an up dog, a baby cobra, cobra, sphinx, whatever it is that you'd like. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Inhale to the table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, the right toes up. Exhale, rock forward, knee in towards your chest. Look in between the hands, plant that right foot down. So once again, right knee stacks upon that right ankle. Drop the left heel, the toes will turn into a 45-degree. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pinwheel that left arm behind, right arm is out front. So you're breathing into that warrior two. Hips tuck under, knee stays open. Arms are long. with your right palm, sweeping the right hand up, your left hand drops back ever so slightly. Feeling that energy come through the toes to the side body, shining out of those fingertips. Left hand can stay on the back leg or wrap around the back of your waist, reaching through your front pocket. Gaze up or down, never straining your neck. And breathe. Inhale, find your warrior two. Bend your front elbow, hinge forward. Right elbow to right thigh. Left fingers are up to the sky. Now sinking in. Pressing throughout. Taking any variation that's calling you. Inhale, come all the way back up. Take your warrior two. One more inhale. Exhale, pin with those hands up and around, bringing your hands to the inside of that right foot. Heel toe your right foot out to the side, toes face the corner of your mat. Keep your back knee up for now and breathe. Dropping that back knee down, releasing to the top of your back foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slight bend towards elbows. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, slight bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. You could lower all the way. You could stay with straight arms, maybe that slight bend, one elbow, no elbows. But again, keep your hips square. Keeping your back knee square, your toes pointing straight back behind you, no pigeon toe. You may notice a difference from side to side. So as you lower, notice if your body is changing. If you're sending weight to one side or the other. Inhale, straighten the arms, plant the hands. Curl your back toes under. Lift that back knee. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot up to meet the right. Take it to the outside of your mat. Take that wider leg fold. So it's not a wide leg fold, but it's wider than where we normally are. And you could inhale, bend those knees, dropping the hips, belly in between the thighs. Exhale, straighten and fold. Maybe you grab onto a great toe, maybe grab onto your ankles. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten and fold. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands down. Send the feet back. Hold in your plank for 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop the knees, release into the tops of your feet. Crease with the elbows face forward as you lower. Inhale up. Exhale down. Come back into a child's pose. Hips back towards the heels. This is your last child's pose, so take it however you'd like. Lifting the chest up, send your weight to one side. Sweep your legs around out front. Scoot yourself to the center of your mat. Knees are bent, feet are planted, and lower your back down. Right foot crosses on top of the left knee, make that figure 4, staying here. Or you could pick that left foot off of the ground, drawing your hands around the hamstring, shoulders roll down. Feeling that outer hip open. We worked a lot on the inner thigh, on the inner hip today. So use this to stretch through that outer. Dropping your left foot down, cross that right foot all the way over, and let your knees fall to the left. Arms can float out to a T. Inhale, lifting up. Plant your right foot down, cross your left foot on top. Again, staying here or taking your hands behind that right hamstring. Drawing those knees in, breathing into those outer hips, shoulders roll down. Dropping your right foot down, cross your left leg all the way over. Float the arms out to a T and let your knees fall towards the right. Gaze could be up or over the left. Bring those knees up, plant both feet down. So knees are bent, feet are planted. Walk your feet in a little bit closer to your tail and bring the palms down by your side. Inhale. Exhale, press into your heels, lift the hips up, take a bridge. Hands can stay down by your sides. You could interlace the fingers, walking your shoulders under. Feeling your back body engage. Give yourself an inhale. Exhale, holding yourself up, but soften your glutes, soften your hamstrings. Let your feet and your shoulders hold you up, not the muscles engaging. Stay soft through the jaw. Releasing your hands if they're interlaced, roll onto your tiptoes. And now start to come on down one vertebrae at a time. Once the lower back meets the earth, extend your legs to the sky. You could just extend them up in the air. If you're close enough to a wall, you could start to bring your legs up a wall. And you could stay there through Shavasana if you'd like. Once they're here, feel free to make some point and flex. You can always open and close the legs, making some circles. And then draw your knees in, unless your legs are staying up a wall, but if they're just up in the air, draw those knees in, gently rocking side to side. And extend one leg out, and then the other. One arm go down by your side, followed by the other. Eyes are gently closed wherever you decide to be. And just Begin to feel yourself melt into the mouth. Your legs splay out. There's no tension upon the hips. Arms are relaxed. Belly is soft. Jaw relaxes. Maybe you need to move it around, and your third eye releases consciously. Begin to deepen your breath. Inviting small movement into the body. And begin to roll your way to your right side using one arm as a pillow, placing the other hand over your heart and pausing here. Sometimes we don't know what we want, what's next, or what we think our lives will look like down the road. And that's okay. If the answer is, I don't know, then say it. Say it clearly and be at peace with not knowing. Sometimes the reason we don't know is that what is coming is going to be very difficult from anything we've experienced before. Even if we knew, we couldn't relate to it because it's that new and that different. It's a surprise. Sometimes the reason we don't know is that it'll be too difficult, too confusing for us right now. It would take us out of the present moment, cause us to worry and fuss about how we could control it, or what we have to do to make it happen. Knowing would make us afraid, put us on overload, take us away from the now. Sometimes our souls know, but it's not time for our conscious minds to know. Sometimes knowing would take us out of the very experience we need to go through to discover the answer we're looking for. And sometimes the process of learning to trust, the process of going through an experience and coming to trust that we will ultimately discover our own truth, is more important than knowing. The process of moving from what we don't know to what we are to learn is a process that can be trusted. It's how we grow and change. It's okay not to know. It's okay to let ourselves move into knowing. The lesson is trusting that we'll know when it's time. Coming to the last seated position, placing hands to heart center with a gentle bow to the head. Say something nice to yourself in this moment. Begin to show love and gratitude to all those practicing with you today. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Connect at the palms, lower your hands down to the heart, praying to always love compassionately. Bring the thumbs to the lips, praying to always speak truthfully. Finishing off with our thumbs to the third eye, praying to always see clearly. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a wonderful